What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I uploaded a full-on video. I think my last two videos were just YouTube shorts. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tony. I own a 2004 Hummer H2. And most of the videos that I made on this channel are H2 related. Every now and then I'll switch it up in between my son's cars and a couple of other vehicles that we have in the family, where mainly we focus on H2 related videos. About a week ago, one of you guys on Instagram, actually a couple of you on Instagram, were messaging me asking me what chocks do I run on the H2, and like the thumbnail of this video says, we're talking chocks for the H2. My H2 is an 04. I'm running the 5000 series Rancho chocks. They're no longer made. Now, what do I recommend on the Rancho lineup? I'm looking at my laptop right now, and I'm going to mention the 9000 RS9000 series or 99000 series. I don't know how you want to go about it, because these are chocks that I've seen on other H2s. Not only that I've seen on the H2, but I have got a chance to actually take him for the ride and just have a feel for it. We are talking specifically, and I want to give you the number right here. By the way, for the most part, everything that I'm talking on today's video, if it's available on Amazon, I'm going to post links to those products off of the Amazon website on the description of today's video, just to make it easier for you guys to just look at the description of the video, click on it, and go right to Amazon and look for them instead of having to go crazy on Google. So here we go. We are talking about the RS55288. These are your front chocks. And for the rear, we could look at the 999056 series. There's also, for the front, 999289. Now, keep one thing in mind. Some of these chocks, I advise you to go, before you do anything, I advise you to go on the Rancho website, type in the year of your H2, and you'll see some of these. What I'm going to ask you to do is go into details of the description, because some of these chocks, they are for H2s that might be lifted. If you were cranking on your torsion bar a lot, that's why I advise you to go on the Rancho website and look at them. There are other series, but I'm not going to talk about these other series because I have never had the chance to actually test drive them. Again, what I'm recommending to you guys is chocks that I've seen on H2s and I have driven. And I'm not talking like driven for half a block and say, okay, yeah, they feel good. No, these are series that I can recommend. You're probably going to go to maybe a forum, or going to ask another fellow H2 owner, and they're probably going to be like, oh, well, I have a better recommendation for you on the Rancho lineup. Hey, by all means, listen to them. They're probably had them before. They can give you better advice. So again, what I'm going to recommend, because I filled them before, RS999288. These are front shocks, and then the rear shocks, we're looking at the 999056. You also got the 28998 and 269, and lastly the 055. Now, again, these are the ones that I know how they feel, so that's what I'm going to recommend. Each one of these numbers that I just mentioned, they do have different uses. Some of them are for lifted H2s. If you could crank on your torsion bars, there's other series right here that you can use. Again, go to the Rancho website, type your info, and go ahead pick whatever you feel like it'll work for you. Now, moving away from the Rancho brand, we could talk about Fox chocks. The reason why I'm not going to go into details on the Fox lineup is because my only experience with Fox chocks on somebody else's H2, that was, I think it was like a 6-inch lift or some ridiculous. I don't even remember what he was running. I know it was the adjustable dry chocks setup. But again, I don't remember, and that's the only H2 that I've been able to drive with Fox shocks. it was incredible. But we're looking at upwards of $1,000 for the entire setup. I'm pretty sure if you guys go to the Fox website, maybe you put a little bit of research. I believe Fox website has a different setup than Rancho. So 4-wheel parts, it's, as far as I know, one of the suppliers of Fox shocks. So if you're looking into that, I'm sorry, there's not much info that I have on the Fox lined up. But I do have another recommendation for another brand, and this is something that I test drove on my own H2, but I ended up taking them off because I wasn't allowed to keep them. This is some loaner shocks that the shop where I got my Rancho shocks, they said, hey, we ordered your shocks, they're gonna take longer than what we told you to get to us. I was in a hurry to change my other shocks to say, I don't want these thing anymore, I want to go ahead and do an upgrade. And they were kind enough to say, hey, you know what, here's a set of shocks that fit your truck. We had them sitting around. These are the Bilstein. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. These are, and I have it pulled up on my laptop right here. These are the Bilstein 5100 series. Again, the 5100 series on the Bilstein side, they do have different sets of shock on the 5100 series. Some of them are for stock ride H2. Some of them are for lifted H2s. And again, go into the Bilstein website, and you could do pretty much the same thing you did on, or you're able to do on Rancho, where you go ahead and put your info and they'll recommend something for you. But again, the 5100 series is something that I can recommend. In some setups, you'd have to do 46. And again, I'm going to look at the website right here because I can't remember all that stuff. As far as I know, you might be able to do 5100 all around, but what I had on my H2 was 5100 and what they recommend right here, and 4600 on the rear. Again, I only had that for probably like a month and a half or so. When my Rancho shock showed up, they went ahead and swapped them. Out of the stock shocks, the Rancho shocks that I have right now, which I'm pretty, 100% okay with them. The Bilstein shocks that I have almost made me change my mind. The ride quality of these was amazing. Again, I'm not an expert on the Bilstein side of shocks, but I do know there's plenty of H2 drivers out there, actually H3 drivers too, that recommend it. Bilstein, and once I had him for like a month or so, I was this close from canceling my Rancho shocks order and just staying with Bilstein. The Bilstein website recommends 5100 and 4600. I know for a fact that some people have done some research and they have told me that it is possible to run 5100 all around, rear and front. Which model specifically, I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you go into the Bilstein website, or even your local, if you're in the States, your local 4-wheel parts shop might be able to tell you, hey, this is the right one if you want to go 5100 all around. So that pretty much is going to be it for today's video. I wanted to make a video out of this instead of just responding to a specific person and leaving it at that. I figured there was two gentlemen actually, only one of them we went back and forward on a little conversation about the shocks options for the H2. Are there any other options? I'm sure they are. I'm just telling you guys what I'm familiar with. If you know anything else, or if you know more details of the Rancho or the Bilstein or Fox, feel free to write it on the comment section, because I'm pretty sure any other drivers that are coming and looking at my video are going to look for more info. And what better to, on the comment section, feel free to discuss anything that you know about shocks for the H2. If you know anything better, if you have better information than what I just provided. I've said this before on some of my videos. I appreciate when you guys get into a positive discussion. I'm not saying don't share bad products with anybody. Just go ahead, post on the comment sections what you know. If there's anything wrong about any of the shocks that I mentioned that I didn't mention because I haven't experienced, please post it in the comment section so that we can share the knowledge with other drivers and new subscribers. So that's going to be it for today's video. I did went to the LA Auto Show on Sunday, which was the last day. I had some footage that I recorded. I thought we was going to have the home review in there. It didn't happen. But I had a little bit of footage that I recorded. Sometime this week or next week, I might put a video together and post it. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button. The algorithm is going to appreciate that, and they're going to share the video with potential new subscribers. Subscribe, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.